Star Trek Deep Space Nine hit a sweet spot for me. It's my favorite show of all time. It premiered when I was in 6th grade on January 3rd, 1993, after I'd been a fan of the original series and The Next Generation for a couple of years. I mean, I was the kind of kid who wore this pin to class and painted this in a summer oil painting class. And did extra work in the 2009 film. It was a show by, for, and about outsiders. Diversity-bred drama. I watched the series finale the day before I graduated high school in 1999. I was old enough to grow up with the show in the same way that's talked about with the Harry Potter series, yet young enough and still dedicated enough to watch a TV series to completion that I wouldn't ever really do once I went to college. The show was a lot less dark than shows today, and a lot less dark than its reputation. It simply seemed to me to be honest. It operated under the basic premise that something that happens in one episode could potentially have consequences in a future episode. That merely meant that the writers paid attention and used Star Trek's past as an inspiration. It did what I hope all Star Trek does, ask how we get to Roddenberry's utopia, and try to answer that question honestly. It was a pioneer in serialization, but it reveled in the standalone story in a way that doesn't seem to interest television as much anymore. I loved that the show would do comedy episodes or character pieces right in the middle of the Dominion War, because that's how real life works. Even the people most closely involved in a war aren't constantly in battle. This book right here is my favorite book on TV writing ever. Like the documentary, it gets into the quirky minds of the writers, including my favorite quote in the book regarding One Little Ship, the Shrunken Runabout episode. That's by Ira Stephen Bear. How many series can do a salute to Land of the Giants, to the incredible shrinking man? We had to do this show. We owed it to all the schlock science fiction that had come before us. If we hadn't done it, it would have been a crime, a creative crime, and dare I say it, a crime against humanity itself. And it just became clear to me, you know? Maybe that tumor moved a silly centimeter in my brain, but we just had to do it. And that was that. That is that. I love the show. Comedy and all.